Hey guys, it's Beatrice.
It's Sharon.
And it's Tammy, and welcome back to another episode of the Uncut podcast.
Woo!
And as you can see to my left,
Hey!
you people have started it. To my left, we have a very
Wow.
I thought you were glitching there for a second.
You know your best name.
You start going under. You start going...
We have a very special guest in the building. Now,
Yes.
I'm gonna say all her accolades like I normally do for everybody else. We
let's
have
go.
BBC Radio 1 extra host,
Hey!
DJ,
Hey!
presenter,
Hey!
professional yapper.
Hey! I like that profession. Sign me up.
And she calls herself your energy provider. We have Remi Burgz in the building.
And we even just found out capital extra producer.
Yeah. We all have a pass.
You know what kills me? Sorry about these intros. It just reminds me of church when you're introducing the guest pastor.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from
General overseer.
Revitalizer of the dead.
Yes.
Prophet.
Yes. It's an honor to call him my brother.
Staple in the ministry.
Yes.
Anointed before anointed.
And my way back, bro. You know, like that, my way back, bro.
Bro, yeah.
From, you know, before we were saved.
Yeah. He's Billy. Join me.
Join me. Stand up.
And welcome.
Hey, and it's that humble walk up.
Yeah.
And then they get excited.
Like, oh my God.
Hey, I've always wanted
Funny.
to do just like that.
Oh
Funny,
my gosh.
man.
But yeah, we've got Remi Burgz in the building.
Yeah.
Remi,
Hello.
how are you feeling? How's your week been?
Hey, it's been short.
Yeah, so
It's been short.
4-day working week.
I even forgot, you know. I was thinking,
Yeah.
why has it been short? But that's true.
Yeah. Don't get twisted. I was at work on Monday. But I
sorry.
didn't feel the wrath of human beings because
Okay.
when I said the office was empty, I could have got away with murder. Like, it was empty, fam. You know what I mean? So I still feel it even though I'm still on the radio on bank holidays. But yeah, it definitely feels like a quick rapidity rap.
Do you get your time back?
Oh no.
That's not how it works.
It's the job.
Yeah.
It's the job. You know? If you want it, take annual leave.
Yeah. Fair enough. You know what I mean?
You know, when I was looking up some of what has Remi done in the past, do you know that she was on Celebrity Masterchef?
What?
No.
I was there.
Yes, wait. What are you doing there?
I was cooking jollof.
We hear you.
Hey.
No, because obviously Masterchef is such a, like, it's a good show.
That's
it's like
a big
it's like a
show.
big staple show. Like,
Yeah.
how was it being on there?
Yo, it's the, when they say you got an hour, they're not like.
And you know it's
Imagine
Nigerian.
you've got an hour and they're talking to you, so you're like, "Excuse me, you know I've only got an hour," but they're like, "Do you want to put the knife down and have a chat?" And I'm like, "Not really.
Exactly.
I need to cook. You know, this jollof won't cook itself."
Did you actually cook jollof rice?
I cooked jollof. That was, you know, like an opening meal. They're like, "Just show us what you got." You know what I mean? That's all I could show them.
Yeah, I hear it.
After that, when they started giving me instructions, that's when it all went
That's when it all
down.
went down.
I won't tell you when I got out, but it went down.
Yeah.
You get me?
But it's all about participation.
You know what? And that's what it's all about. You know, I got the experience of like being in a professional kitchen, like a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
man.
enjoy cooking?
I had the experience of being. You know what? I actually thought Masterchef would change my life. I said, I will now start being the chef of all chefs. Ask me where my pot is. I can't even tell you. There's only one pot that
I be recycling for any dish.
And you know what? The other day, I sat there and I thought, if this pot breaks,
Hey, I'm lost.
I'm lost. And it's the pot that boils the egg.
Yeah.
Oh my boiled egg! There's a boiled egg pot. The small one. You get what I'm saying?
Honestly.
If that go- if that- you know the handle was shaking. I said,
The handle
if it breaks, I'm
Finished.
finished. You know what I mean? I had to go find a screwdriver and screw it down. You're not going. I don't go anywhere. I don't go anywhere. I just
Oh,
screwed that.
Lord.
That is so know, funny, you know, it's so true. In the kitchen, the way I try to minimize the amount of utilities and utensils I have to use because you know when you think about the washing up.
Yeah.
Hey, if I can, even if the pot doesn't make sense for the dish you're cooking, you know, like for example, there's some like wok. So some dishes like require like a wok where you've got to like stir things. Me, I would do it in the small. If I've started in a small pot, I will try and do everything in the small pot. Hey.
Yeah, or if I try and make sure that I can just reuse the same thing. So let's say you said a wok.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that if I'm boiling rice, I'll boil in the wok. And then I will now use the wok because who has time to be
boiling rice in the wok is crazy.
I'm sorry, but if you make egg fried rice, what like
it's true.
You
can have to put it back in there.
You put the rice in straight.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Like there's sometimes, or if it's like a pasta, like not really like a wok, but you know those pans where it's like
a bit deep.
That you can boil and then you now, sieve out the water or drain or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then you now use it to now stir it. Who has time to be a boiling pot, a frying pot, a sizzling pot, another pot?
Exactly. For what? When it's all going to combine on the plate anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
Excuse me.
Thank you.
That's me.
Thank you.
That's what you call one-hit wonder. That's a one-hit wonder right there.
Literally.
I'm actually free.
Yeah, I can't like even me. I'll even avoid cooking some meals that require too much effort. You know, there's some days just please, like I don't even have time to be frying. You know when you were talking about this frying, dicing, slicing. Hey,
nice.
It's too much.
I got to ask a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever been so lazy that you've bought diced onions? Like already?
I have.
Oh yeah, the frozen one.
The frozen one.
Yeah, the one that's
Come on, that's normal.
I felt bad. I said,
no. Do you know what? I think that it lasts. Number one, for me, it lasts longer because I can do it straight from frozen into the pan. Into the pan.
Yeah.
And I do that for onions. I sometimes do that as well for shallots, and I do it as well for garlic.
Already chopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the garlic
paste or in a powder. Sorry. In a paste or powder, pick your poison. But I am not that clove. I don't want to see it.
Hey,
you don't want to see it.
I don't want to see a clove.
I hear it. It's a lot of effort.
It's a lot of effort.
It's a lot of effort. But I can't let those frozen things becoming in clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The frozen garlic. Have you got frozen garlic?
No, I haven't had frozen.
It's like they're in cubes.
Yeah.
And you just bang it in.
You bang it in. It's good.
It's so good.
Okay, well, I don't have to peel anything.
It literally.
No, honestly, and then it lasts longer. It lasts longer than the paste.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Because you know with the paste, once you open,
you have to
consume within 3 minutes.
Let me even tell you something that I told Sharon that she didn't know because a lot of people don't know this. I think I might have mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned it already. I probably have.
Yeah.
But I'm very particular about when things expire. And I feel like people don't pay attention to the back of the carton and what it says.
Yeah.
So one of the things that people don't get is long life milk and what long life means. Long life doesn't mean once you open
you have to consume it.
It's fine. Because maybe you don't do the, it's like long life begins.
Wash and wet. Yeah.
No, it's long life up until the moment you open it.
Yeah.
And then it's only 4 days, 4 to 5 days.
After the long life?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, that's quite misleading.
Because people just look at the expiry date and just think everything is fine until then. No.
When it says long life, they put star. Because we can sue. Okay.
I'm with you. They actually do have do you know what? They actually do have an asterisk, and then the asterisk then says once open, consume within 5
But that's
days.
but that's like most things.
I know, but a lot of people
like most
don't know
things that are in the cupboard.
Yeah, but most people don't.
Like ketchup, mayo, most of that stuff.
But you know what? Mayo is actually the one that lasts so long.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that normally, it says the use by date or the best before date.
Yeah.
Like it's up until you open it,
and then
there's no more use by or no, there's none of that.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know. I remember the first time so I didn't know about it, and the first time I discovered it was I don't know if you know the YouTuber Aaliyah's Face, but she like does vlogs and stuff in America, and she was basically like making, when they start to do all these, come and make my coffee with me. Yeah. So I was watching it, and in America, I mean I don't use it, and I know people do, but there's something called like a creamer which you can add to like your So she was like, oh, let me just get the creamer from the fridge, and she's like, obviously when did you say like I opened this like last week, and it's long life, so it's fine. Like let me just grab it. She then opened it. The smell. You know when the smell shakes all the way back.
Oh wow!
I was like, what's going on? Like the expiry date is fine. And then she looked, and you know when you have to really look at the back of a carton when something's not right. Is that when something's good or when something's not right? That's when you start analysing the back of the carton. Like, okay, what's really going on here? And then she said, 5 days, care. That was when I was like, oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm adding that one.
She's not Nigerian.
I know. Just like 5 days. Yeah. But I had to go back and start.
But and the thing about that is that most, like, I don't drink milk like that. So it's like, I don't drink milk like that.
You're not a tea person?
Cereal.
I am, but like not like every day.
Really?
And also these days I've been drinking peppermint tea, and that doesn't require milk.
Okay.
Or green tea doesn't require milk.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
not
what I'm
require
saying?
milk. Yeah.
So it just requires a bit of honey. because
Yeah,
that
I can't lie.
shit
Do you know
tastes
there's
like
some?
shit.
You know there's some weird Africans out there. That's why I'm saying Africans, because I know a couple of people that add milk
To what? Peppermint tea?
to green tea.
To green tea. That is diabolical.
I know.
Abomination.
I don't know.
Maybe they don't know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking it is. I think people just feel like with every type
Any
of
tea
tea
bag?
you add milk.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that, did?
Of course I did.
Okay.
When I noticed who they were, I said I had to put them to the side. Come here.
Sorry, if you're putting milk
Milk
in your tea,
any kind of
this
yeah.
is a PSA. Stop. Or you will be arrested. That's bad. It doesn't even taste nice.
Exactly. That's I'm confused.
Just leave it at, mate.
Literally.
This is a leave it at, mate, situation. Yeah?
Wait, so
Crazy.
hold on. So what is your favorite tea? Sorry.
My favorite tea is actually tea.
Okay,
English.
fine. Okay,
British tea.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yorkshire tea.
Okay, yeah.
That one is banging.
Okay.
But my one is light.
Oh.
My one is fair skinned.
Oh, okay. So you add bare milk and
Bare milk.
creamy.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
That's what you kind of like, right?
I feel
Not
like
like bare milk. but
yeah, I'm kind of a bit like in the middle.
Like caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm on the dark.
Yeah, you do like
You're
a
the dark
splash.
side.
You
You
do
like
a
it?
splash.
Yeah,
Are you the
like
one
a
that's
dash of milk.
No, wait. How
Dash.
is your splash?
Yeah.
Is it
It's like-
you know the cup?
No,
of
no, no.
the-
It's
You know the cup of the, you know the people that pour it in the cup and then
Hey,
Yo,
that's insane.
scary.
That's
Serial
insane.
killer.
That's
No,
black
no.
tea. That's black
No,
tea.
no,
man. What
that's
the hell?
crazy.
What about you? What about your tea?
Literally.
I don't drink tea.
Okay.
I don't drink tea.
Or
Occasionally,
Let's
but
get
I'm
into
just
that.
not. I'm not. I'm not really a hot drink person.
are you iced latte? Matcha.
I like an iced. You know, I think an iced latte. I don't mind, but
What
I'm
would you
not. But
make
I'm not really.
Would you make
like,
it at home?
No, that's the thing. I like. It's only if I enter a coffee shop,
Yeah.
then I will.
Fair.
But then, other than that, hardly ever.
Wow.
Don't
I'm
ask
not-
her to meet in the coffee shop. She'll be looking at you like, why am I here?
Why?
Am I
Why?
here?
I
tried to make a
I think
matcha.
maybe only hot drinks that I really drink, maybe a mocha, hot chocolate.
Yeah,
And then I love a mocha, yeah, but that's about it.
Is that in the mood thing as well? Was it around Christmas?
It's
You know, that's when everybody's
it's as and when is when I feel like it, which is hardly ever. So
Okay, fairs.
Interesting.
Fairs.
yeah, I'm just not a hot drink.
I can't
person, sorry.
imagine. I can't
I
imagine.
love a
life.
water or a juice. That's me.
Fair.
You know?
I can't imagine
She
life
don't
without
ask
tea.
too much. Do you know what I mean? She don't ask too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tried to make a matcha at home. Yeah.
Ah.
Leave it to professionals.
Hey.
Okay.
I do
was
love a
lumpy
vanilla
as hell.
matcha.
Oh, you do
That's
that?
really nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Blank Street. This is not
Yo.
a paid ad.
Mm.
They have one strawberry matcha. Have you tried it?
What, the cheesecake
Seasonal.
thing?
I think so.
No, I haven't tried
Yes,
it. You know?
yes. Is it
The
red?
strawberry cheese. Is it?
It's got like a red, like a.
No, I
it's
don't
green
know.
shot with like a little red syrupy thing. I think it's strawberry matcha or,
Okay,
or
okay.
strawberry cheesecake matcha. Or
I've
something.
heard of
Yeah.
strawberry cheese.
Eh?
It's good.
Oh
Is it good?
my gosh!
I always just go for the white chocolate one because that's the safe one.
I've not tried that one.
I've tried that one. It's not too
I've
bad.
not tried it either.
God damn it.
Damn it!
You know when you look back at it like, God damn. Again, not paid ad, but you know what?
Yeah.
It's other
I can't.
matches
I've
are
never
available.
understood. I don't think I will really like champion this whole matcha vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
because
Really?
you need to have it with something else. Matcha on its own, I don't really like it. But I feel like you should try this Blank Street one.
Really?
I think
God,
you
God
might
forbid we
enjoy
use the
vanilla
milk.
matcha.
Yes, you know what I
God
mean.
forbid we use the milk for the matcha. You know what I mean?
I think you'd like a vanilla matcha.
But you know, like all these chocolate stuff. Like again, I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't typically go for like chocolate.
What chocolate?
Like you just said, like white chocolove.
I think it's a
matcha.
syrup, though. I don't think it's a.
Yeah, but it will still have milk in it.
Well, that might explain a lot.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Hey, that
Okay.
is too
Discovery.
funny. I was gonna say, how are you girls? You said about your week.
Oh, we should probably talk about Croatia.
Oh yeah, we can talk about it
Yeah.
very briefly.
We went on holiday with our friends.
Yeah.
When?
Croatia. Bank holiday weekend.
Yeah.
For how long?
For Easter.
Sorry.
Okay. Don't rub my knee. My knee's fine. Thank you. Ouch. Okay. How long did you go for?
We went from Wednesday, and then she left on Sunday, but me and Sharon left on Monday.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good.
Yeah,
it was
good.
very picturesque. I wasn't expecting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Views from the 6th, yeah?
Yeah, well, not the 6th, maybe from like level 1. But yeah, it was really nice. Like the weather was a bit rubbish on the first couple of days. That was a bit jarring. But then afterwards, it was fine. We went on a hike.
Hey.
On holiday.
Oh,
Are you not meant to be resting?
Hey, ask them all.
Listen.
I don't believe in that shit. I'm sorry.
Listen. They've been saying from before we even got on the plane that they're going on this hike. I said, why would you guys be wasting a day and going on a hike on holiday? So the first day, one is going on the hike, started raining. I said, hey, God. See, God shows you how things are going. Then the second day, they were like, oh, we're still going on the hike. I was like, okay. And then they were like, oh, you should come with it. I said, okay, I'll come with it. I now put on my gym shack, my shoe, and I said, let's go. Oh yeah, continue. Then I'll jump in.
Can we stop at the shoe for a second?
yeah.
What shoes do you lot have for this hike?
Trainers.
Just normal trainers.
trainers.
Yeah,
Okay,
we weren't,
okay.
we
I was
weren't
gonna
proper.
say
It wasn't like
because-
proper hiking shoes.
Okay. Because you can't hike in sliders.
Now
Yeah.
we would not be here to stop you.
Yeah, literally, we would not
The
be.
elevation and the incline. Anyway,
serious.
so we went with a group of our friends. There were in total 8 of us.
Oh, wow,
Um,
you made that at the group chat.
Yeah.
We
We
were impressed.
Yeah, we were
Got
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 girls, 3 boys.
Yeah.
And then anyway, so like Tammy was saying, before we went on this trip, like people were talking about like, Tammy, you're even lucky. They wanted to hike, cycle,
Yeah,
and
you-
I said
run,
no to
and-
everything.
We want to do a run.
Was this? No.
Because I'm like,
It was
what?
basically
This
like
is a retreat.
I was like, if you want to do that, go to Centre Parks. Why the hell are we going on a plane to now start hiking and bike riding and stuff like that?
It was
funny.
a retreat, masked as a holiday. Because what?
basically.
So then one of our friends put in the group chat, like, guys, what kind of hike would you like to do? Would you like to do like 1 to 2 hours or like 4 to 5 hours or something like that?
Everyone put 1 to 2.
I didn't even
No.
respond.
two people put 4+ hours. Anyway.
Did somebody say that?
Yeah.
Don't mind them.
Cool. Anyway, so like Tammy said, the first day we were meant to go on this hike, it was, when I say windy, I mean like
Don't make
the
unnecessary journeys.
Yeah.
In the mountains?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Windy.
It was windy on
really
the ground.
windy that day.
Like it
Yeah.
was so windy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so then we ended up going the next day. So we've obviously, because Tammy was saying before she's not coming, we convinced her to come. So that was nice. So then we all went, and then we start the hike. Now, there's 2 ways to do this hike. You can either go the easy route or the hard route.
Yeah.
We chose the easy route. So now we're getting,
We've driven to the start point. I should have already knew that this was going to be a disaster when we couldn't even find parking. From there, I was like, oh, no. Oh, yeah, Sharon, continue.
yeah, so then we get to the first, like, first few steps or whatever. We do the first few steps, and I think we do the second few steps, right? And basically there's no, the way that you know like where to go is there's just red markings on the road.
Oh, I love that.
On the stone.
I do love that part of hiking.
Yeah.
Though. It's all orientation.
Yeah.
Reading a map.
Yeah, well, we didn't have any map. It was literally just marked by blood. Go this way, go that way.
Literally.
So anyway, we're looking at the red signs. Yeah, Remi, I'm not even joking. Like this incline was like it surpassed the maximum on the treadmill. Like
Yeah,
it was
100.
like you had to.
But it's
You
not
had to use,
easy.
you had to
But you
sometimes
said
use
you
your
picked
hand.
the easy route, or did you accidentally go into
No,
the hard
that's
route?
what we thought.
We picked the easy.
We picked the easy route.
It was crazy. Like Beatrice said, some of the times you can't just use your legs. Like you have to use your hands. Anyway,
To crawl.
we
Yeah.
get to a point.
Ah.
Tammy said, I think somebody had Tammy's phone ahead.
Yeah. Someone had my
Hey,
phone.
hey,
I
hey,
said, hey, bring my phone.
I'm going.
I'm going back to level ground. What the hell is this? Okay, so we've finished on normal stairs. We're going on normal stairs. I said, oh, okay, stairmaster. Okay, we'll do it. Then we started getting to ground that was not level again, as in boop, 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 boop. I said, pass my phone. Sorry. I said, pass my phone, please. I cannot do
Turn
this.
around.
What? With the swiftness. I said, the way my neck, I didn't even say, the people that were there, I didn't even say bye. I said, give me my phone.
See,
I said, sorry. I just walked around on level ground. I walked past the waterfront. I had a nice jolly
She
walk.
had her own.
Yeah. I sat down. I looked at people that were eating ice cream. I was like, oh, that looks really nice. Then I went, that's what I did. I said, I can't be doing up mountain, the climb. Miley Cyrus.
You
No.
should have tried, Sha.
Yeah,
I tried 7 minutes in. I was like, yeah, deuces. I said deuces.
We were there for 107 minutes.
Yeah, literally.
7 minings in, I was like, yeah, no.
You know what? When I was younger, I used to do hiking a lot,
Really?
Like, I used to go like Wales, like outside.
Oh,
Oh, yours is
okay.
serious.
Climb like
Yeah.
Penny and all them.
Hey.
Nah, for real. real. But but we had hiking boots. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On holiday, I'm not,
We weren't
prepared. We weren't prepared at all.
the
If I
way
could bow out gracefully.
we ended up all splitting up.
Yeah.
Like, so basically, Tammy, like she said, she's gone now to go and have a cocktail somewhere.
Yeah, I had to. I was on FaceTime. I was having a good time.
Then our other friends just start marching ahead. Me and Beatrice, we were like,
Yeah.
we gonna take our time.
No, but we knew we had to do it. Like we knew we had to make it. But yeah, we were just
It
like,
was
we're not
not
gonna be
easy.
rushed. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't want to rush. And
So your 1 to 2 hours wasn't 1 to 2 hours.
oh no, do you know what? Yeah. So initially, when she said in the group chat, I think she said it was 1 to 2 hours. Then she was like, I've actually found one that's actually only 30 minutes up, 30 minutes down. So I was like, that's totally
simple.
fine. It took us more than an hour,
Yeah.
an hour and a half to
Yeah.
get up there.
Yeah.
More than that, I think, because I remember there was a point where.
I think it was more than an hour and a half.
Yeah, because there was a point where Beatrice was like, we've been walking. I remember Beatrice was like, there was a point. Beatrice was like, we've been walking for 92 minutes, and we weren't there yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, got to one point. Yeah. Now this is even Good Friday. I started thinking about the cross that Christ carried.
Yeah.
I said,
Heavy.
nah. This is the kind of pilgrimage my Lord and Savior was doing with a cross on his back. I just, when you just start breaking into worship, I just said, oh, glory be to the Lamb, bro. Because what the heck? Nah, it was so hard. Anyway, so then I said to Beatrice, now we got to get some tunes on, mate, because I need some motivation. Do you know what I mean? So then, I think Beatrice was like, let's try and see, because we were stopping like every 1 to 2 minutes to catch up.
Yeah, as you would.
Yeah.
Going
Beatrice
uphill.
was like, let's try and do 5 minutes, no stopping. I said, okay, Remi.
Challenges upon the challenge already. You lot are. I respect it. I respect it.
2 minutes in.
Didn't you say like you wanted like the song, like you were gonna play a
I
song
said
and
to
then
Beatrice, I was like, this
By the
song
end of
is
it.
2 minutes and 50 seconds. So like, we'll listen to this song like twice.
Nice.
The first song didn't end.
Yeah.
We
Before
said,
We have to stop.
we need,
Yeah.
we need a break.
We need to break.
We
I hear
need
it.
a break. Then we're walking up here, and some of these places are so narrow. 2 people can't walk side by side. In
you
fact,
have to
most
go
of the
behind
hike was
each
like
other.
that. So you have to walk behind each other. But then it's like people are also coming down.
Yes.
So then you have to find one.
But is it
one
on a cliff
rock.
here? Because because
Yeah,
like,
low key.
Yeah.
Low key.
is there like cliffs? Like if you like went over the edge,
There's a
long
couple of
Yeah,
places
there was a
where
couple
it's
of
like,
places.
Oh!
like that.
that would you guys would have been doing GoFundMe for me.
go for a big button. First of all,
Oh, I would have gone. That would have been it. Because one thing about me, I'll be the one to fall, and then you'll be like,
There were
you
certain parts I had to tell, because I'm afraid of heights. Like there were certain parts I had to tell myself, like, don't look down, audibly as well. Like not just in my head. I was like, don't look
out
down,
loud,
don't look
yeah.
down. Like,
that would have been a disaster.
one man carrying the weight of his family on his back. He had his daughter there, backpack, hiking stick,
His
and then-
daughter.
Yes.
daughter,
and the stick and the door. And
yeah. The child was like 8 years old. I'm not talking about a baby, like this was a whole child.
There were
Oh
there
my God.
were little kids doing this hike.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's why they had to carry them down, because the kids realized this is a bunch of nonsense, and I don't know why. On my half time, this is what you want me to do.
Hey,
It was crazy.
Hey.
And then so then the lady was like, I think maybe I asked her like how much longer.
Yeah,
was
she
top
was-
of it.
yeah.
She was like, you're almost there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is really difficult. She was like, no, you're doing the easy route. Like this is very easy. She was like, we took the hard route on the way up, and like my husband's doing it with his child on his back. I was like,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she rubbed it in your face.
exactly. What the hell?
You haven't seen anything.
My bad. Anyway, long story short, we made it. It was nice.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, I would do it again. It felt very rewarding. Like
Is that your
once
first
we were
ever
there.
hike?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
the
done like a
whole-
proper hike.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand. It was exhilarating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
I can
It was.
imagine.
It was.
good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you know, there's actually like hiking clubs and stuff now. Like people
I
go meet up.
know.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I've seen
And people
that.
actually like train to
Yeah.
hike as well.
No, I'm actually. I want to do one.
Oh, yeah, you
should.
should.
I wanna do one.
You should.
What, like start one or attend?
No. Start one for. Let me attend and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Start one.
Right.
There's enough of them out there. Sorry, I'll
Yeah,
just
never mind.
but people proper making a day of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
it was
fun.
a good bank holiday show.
Yeah, it was
a
indeed.
good
Big up
holiday.
you lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making out a good chat.
Yeah, man.
Boys and girls, Jesus
I
Christ.
was so impressed. I was like, I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, no.
Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, cool. So, what we'd like to do every single time we have a guest is we like to just ask a couple of scenarios and just for people to get to know how you think what like your morals are, etc. And these are basically questions about like if your friend did certain things, how would you react?
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So first one, and then so Remi will answer, then you guys can also answer as well.
Yeah.
First one. If your friend got cancelled online and then asked for your public support, would you give it?
Jesus Christy.
I'm talking public flogging.
It
For
depends
something
what
they've
they
said.
did.
For something they've said. That is that is clear.
And it's wrong.
Does
It's
she
wrong.
agree? Oh,
It's wrong.
It's
But
wrong,
they've
okay.
asked you, please, this is not normally like me. I need you to support me in this. Publicly.
impossible.
What would you do?
Ha! So, Jesus Christy. Do you know what it is, yeah?
Yeah.
What it is, yeah?
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah.
so if it was something that I genuinely believed was wrong,
Yeah.
I personally cannot publicly
Yeah.
make you right.
Yes.
If I genuinely believe it was wrong.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it was, let's say, something that was an opinion that maybe the public didn't agree with,
Yeah. You also don't agree with as well.
and I still don't agree with it.
Yeah, you
And
don't
I
agree
can't
with it.
How can I publicly? Because then
Because
I
it's
can't
also-
publicly make you right. One, because I don't believe you're right. First of all, and two, you're not right. So what?
What if it was what you were about to say in terms of like not the audience, but like the public like thought it was wrong, but you actually stand by it. Like you agree with them. Or maybe you understood where they were coming from potentially.
Yeah.
Because you know them on a personal level. But the way they articulated themselves was wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I wouldn't publicly insert myself into the situation.
Yeah. Nah, I hear that.
You know, can I just say I love on this fucking show, man. I fucking love it. Sorry.
I'm crying.
I love it. But sorry, back. Okay, no, I wouldn't insert.
Remember they've asked. Remember, no, you're not inserting. They've asked you to insert yourself.
Yeah,
They've
so
said-
why would I insert myself into something that doesn't like I haven't done it? Like,
Trust
it
me.
doesn't-
So your
it
answer
doesn't
is
involve-
no.
Yeah, it doesn't involve me.
So all
Like,
this
yeah.
one, the answer is no.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but I was trying to break it down. But
Yeah. Hey, that's
One,
so
I
funny.
feel like nah.
Yeah,
I
I hear it.
Are
I
you?
hear
Are
it.
you?
Yeah, what about you guys? What would you do?
I don't think I'm doing
No?
that. No.
Would you?
Nah.
Yeah.
My phone's even off, so.
The heck?
The heck?
Hey,
The hell
what the hell?
What the hell, James? You know what I mean? I feel like if
my
you break
days.
it down, yeah.
Maybe on a close friends. I don't know.
Possible. Not even that.
Nah.
Someone will screenshot and put it on public.
You just remove everybody, keep them on.
Yeah,
close
no,
friends.
I support you, sister.
Yeah.
But even in a real life situation, I'ma support you. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'ma support you in a real life situation.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna insert myself into the issue online.
Yeah.
One, when nobody asked, by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody said, "Oh, Remi, we would love to
you
see
think
what you
about- yeah.
what
Yeah.
you think about this."
Yeah.
Yeah, because someone will just come and say, who asked you?
Yeah, exactly.
No, gentlemen.
That's what I'm saying. Who asked you?
And then you now be looking at yourself like,
Like, yes, who
actually
actually
asked
asked me?
Literally.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
But
What
if
about
that
it was,
is
if
so
it was
funny.
something that I like, I don't know, like if it came up in public, like if I was natural conversation, then
Yeah.
I would ride for my friend. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be
Okay,
like, I
fine.
think this is what they meant. Do you get
Yeah,
what I mean?
okay, fine. I hear it. Even then, I don't know if I would do that one, it depends.
What, riding for your mate?
No, but like to the point where like you are still kind of publicly doing it, but you're just doing
like
it.
change what they met? Like
Yeah,
say,
try to like defend them. Do you know the defend?
Yeah.
In like, imagine you lot sat me here, like, and then said, I'd be like, do you know what it is? It was wrong.
Yeah.
What, like,
Okay,
I
fine.
understand.
Oh,
And I
sorry,
understand.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry,
Okay.
sorry, okay.
Uproar.
Okay, yeah.
However,
Okay, fine.
knowing my mate,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably,
this is what they meant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
fine.
And I've
Sorry.
spoken to them, and I think, and they understand. You know what I mean? I would
Yeah.
do PR for them. I would do PR.
Yeah, and then when
BBC One Day should be like, here's your recognition.
Thanks so much
Thank
for your hard work.
Thank you for your
But
services.
also, it depends on what the situation is.
Yeah.
You just can't even. Open
You
it
just
up.
can't even. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
you
even
weren't
have,
even.
You have to tell people I don't have an opinion.
Yeah.
I actually don't have an
Nah,
opinion.
fact.
And that's okay, you know.
Yeah.
It's not having
Yeah.
an opinion.
Absolutely.
I don't even have one. I'm still researching.
There's
it.
power. There's
Yeah.
power
Come back
in
to me.
silence.
You know what? It's like, oh, I have to go and do some.
Yeah.
I have to do my own.
I don't want to speak on something I don't know.
Don't know, yeah.
Exactly.
I have to go back and do my own research and gather my own thoughts.
Yeah.
I can't speak on something. They'll be like, I have to do my own education. I'm not really educated
I'm not well
on that subject.
I'm not well versed.
I'm not well versed.
Yeah.
It's above my...
It's above me. Yeah.
It's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
Yeah.
that is
we're throwing out gems here, you know. These are like one-liners that get you out.
Hey.
Some of you need to write these down.
Honestly,
Yeah,
one day
they
your
love her.
friends-
I'm not educated on that. That one, you've already publicly said that. Listen, this is not my lane. So let me go and I need to go and do the work. To
I'm crying. Okay, cool. I've got another one. If your close friend released a new track and you thought it was very, very dead, and then they asked to feature on your show, what would you say? This is, like I said, this is your close friend.
This bare person like that.
I know. Remember, it's a close friend.
Close friend.
They've released a new track. You think it's dead.
It's dead. Dead is a very...
And what? And they
It's
want
not
to
nice.
And they now want to come on your show and promote.
just say producer said no, nah.
Well,
Sorry.
you know what it is?
Oh, we'll add you to the list.
I feel like there's ways of telling people it's not the right fit.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not
We're gonna
necessarily...
need some of those.
Yeah, originally, hey.
You know, it's not the right fit, or it's like, you know, it's not what's the word? Okay. Can we take away the fact that it's my mate?
Okay.
Let's take that away.
Okay.
Right? But naturally speaking, you just have to. I feel like some people need to listen to your show, then they'll understand.
Yeah.
Just have a listen to me. Sometimes I look like you clearly haven't listened to my show. You wouldn't even ask me to play this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so there's that element of things, but also there's the element of letting them know that this is not the right one.
Yeah.
This is not the right one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Bring me the right one, I'll play.
I'll play it.
This is
Yeah.
the right one.
I feel like we get put in those situations as well. Like, do you actually watch the show?
Yeah.
Like, you say, oh, we want to come on and, and I'm like,
Yeah.
talk about this. I'm like, you
Yeah.
do rock music and we are Africans, yeah. We're Nigerians and we like
Africans.
we like whiskey. Like, we definitely find ourselves in situations where it's like, how is it even gonna work?
And I think it's frustrating as well when they haven't thought about how it would work. So like, if of course it's not a natural fit, but then you're thinking like, oh, I was thinking maybe we could do this, then at least you've come with like an idea.
Yeah.
But then you've asked, come on, you've left us with the responsibilities. Now start brainstorming. Now we're gonna start talking about plants because you're an agricultural something like that.
Yeah.
No, don't get twisted. There's times where I've supported friends, but it's not like, how can I explain it? Just twisty. No.
Hey, yeah. Be careful.
It would, yeah. It wouldn't.
Sounded like Davido's. Davido's.
I'm the reason you pay. Yeah. Shout out Davido.
You want me
Davido. We love.
That's our career. No, sorry.
We
But then he
love
made it into a hit. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Yeah, nah. I feel like. Oh, I can't remember what I was gonna say, but let me just.
Cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras. Okay. Cool. Let me do another one. So, how would you react if you found out that all your friends got together to go to like a big event and they left you out? Would you confront them?
I'd be upset. I would. I would say something.
You would say something?
Yeah, 100%.
Would you say, like, how would you say, would you ask the question of like, why wasn't I invited? Or would you just say, like, I'm annoyed that I wasn't invited? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, how would you phrase it?
I feel like I'm quite how do I say this? My friends don't take me seriously.
Okay.
So it would be like a passing comment, like just be like, oh, just when you guys gathered the other day.
That is so me. Yeah. Oh my God, that is so me.
You gathered the other day.
I'm like, yeah, you look. It was something completely not even relevant to it. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't that happen? Because when you got together and then you conspired something against me, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I wear brown shoes?
Yeah.
When 2 or 3 are gathered. You were there.
Remi's not that shit.
Yeah, so it would be something like that, but I wouldn't hold it against them. I wouldn't be like offended. Also, I'm so bad at inviting people to places, so I can't hold it against people.
Oh,
like
what, intentionally or you just
on the day I'll invite people. I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm like, if you want to roll, and then like, yo, on my birthday, I invited people on the day.
Oh, God. Did they feel offended? Could you tell they felt offended?
I feel like at first some of them were offended, but then when they remembered that
everybody else,
I have to remind myself.
that
I've got work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know you've got work to do. And I remember I work Monday to Friday. I should know this. This should be like, you know what I mean? Be like, oh.
Yeah.
Because if I could wake up and be like, oh, wow, what a great Saturday. And it's Tuesday, by the way. My mind would just be telling me it's Saturday for some reason.
Yeah, I hear it.
So, I just think my attention span is really bad.
Okay, fair enough.
But what about you? Would you be offended if all your friends met up? Like, imagine,
you?
Yeah, I would.
You lot went to Croatia.
Yeah.
And no one told me about it.
Yeah, like.
I don't even know.
We'll have to be.
Yeah, like how would you say it though? Would you like just say like, oh, like you? Why?
Would
you ask a question like why?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, how come you guys didn't invite me?
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't want to.
Oh. I'd be like, oh, okay.
That'll do.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell?
Like, that's kind of crazy, but okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's kind of crazy, but all right.
Do you know what I mean?
In the response, what do you like?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we know we didn't invite.
Yeah. What do you do?
Like, because we didn't want to.
Go back to dictionary. Definition of friend.
Legit. I mean, like, that's bad, but okay.
Literally.
Oh, my mom, what the heck?
My
days.
Would you be petty and then do something and not invite? Like, let's say you realise.
Who will you not?
Okay. You got no friends. But let's say, now I'm crying. But let's say like it was one person that like organised. Let's say like, I invited loads of people to my house and everyone came and like you weren't invited and everyone knew you weren't gonna be invited. They didn't say anything to you. Would you be petty like and not invite that person? Maybe if you.
No, I don't think I wouldn't invite them, but I would make them very aware that, remember, I'm inviting you.
Yeah, like you didn't do that last time.
The invite will be in capitals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
is
your invite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be on the day, but I'm going to show you how it's done, innit?
Fair. That is so funny. Tell me, when your face is moving, I know you're plotting. Hey,
don't think I'm shy because I'm quiet. I just plotted that.
I'm just thinking, like, I think I would invite everybody, but I'll just be very shady.
To that person?
To that person and to everybody.
Okay, I hear it.
Like, I'll be making remarks whilst I'm there. Or like, maybe if I'm handing out food, I'll hand out everyone except the person. Oh, God, I even forgot you were coming. I didn't pack
Everybody,
enough.
patty bag. Oh, I forgot your patty bag.
Hey.
Sorry, I put your food in the small pan.
So funny.
Hey, that's too funny. Okay, cool. These questions we've asked before, but I'm really keen to like hear your thoughts. So if your female friend was a known catfish online, like as in what they look like online is completely different to the friend you know. Would you say something to her about the way she over edits her pictures?
I think again, like I think my approach to things is quite jokey. So I'd be like, the thing is, some people when they edit, they don't even hide that they're editing. You know? They'll edit in front of their like peers. And yeah. Sorry, one second. And then you just see an arrow. You know what I mean? So I think
all the way up. 100%
you know what I mean?
saturation.
So, so I think I would be like, wow, you know, you don't really again. Or you'd be like, I don't think you need that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, really? I'm like, I think this photo is all right still. Like, and that's my genuine opinion. I'd be like, the photo is okay. I don't think you need to edit. I don't think anyone should be editing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I get it. Some people, you know, they need it. You know what I mean? So, but no, they need to do it.
You
don't need it. You don't need it. You want it. Yeah.
So, but you would say something essentially. You wouldn't just.
Yeah. If it was constant,
constant.
I'd be like, hey, and when you're doing it in front of me, that means does you open the gate.
Yeah, you open the gate for me to say something. Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
I hear it.
Because you can edit it because some things is just lighting in it.
Yeah,
cool,
adjustment.
When it's like
really like a whole different person.
Like if you're giving yourself a bunda,
Hey,
that's crazy.
Like we said, I think last time we said, imagine you look and you can see the doorknob is like bending. Hey.
Oh, what? When they've actually it's lopsided. Yeah. Mad. How can I defend you? Exactly.
That
means every time I record you, I have to record up because I can't record down.
Yeah.
If the camera accidentally falls down now, the video is deleted.
Legit, you have to be cropping.
We have to sign in. We have to buy into your
It's so true. It's so true. What the heck? Hey, that's too funny. Okay, cool. And the last one that we've asked before is, if you found out that your friend was sharing a lot of your deep secrets with their partner, what would you say? Would you confront them?
Well, the game is the game.
Nah.
The game is. I'm honestly like, I feel like when it comes to partners and stuff, just don't be shocked. What is?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They have a lot of time together.
Yeah.
In bed.
Yeah.
What do you think they're talking about?
Yeah, it's true.
Talk about all of us, bro. Your babe will be like, again?
Again?
Straight. Like, what?
Back there again?
You know what I mean? But at the same time, now it's like, if your partner is now spreading my business,
yeah.
then it's beef for everybody.
Yeah.
'Cause you now have a partner that's a chatty patty.
Yeah.
So then, I can't even trust you with my life.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. Exactly.
I trust you.
Yeah.
You know
Very,
what I mean?
very
So you
true.
just have to hope that the partner is not a chatty patty. Keep it within the room.
Keep it, exactly.
Yeah.
Keep it
In the
within the
bedroom.
Netflix chilling session.
Exactly.
What about you? What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I said that I would be very annoyed, like, especially if it gets to the
You'd be annoyed?
No, I'd be annoyed if it gets out. Like,
Okay,
I expect that, like, most things you would tell your partner in some capacity. Like, filter what you can filter. Like, you don't need to tell every single detail.
There's certain things that's
Yeah. You
like,
can just surface it with the, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
But if I dare hear, everybody's getting it, like you said, everybody.
imagine your story comes out. They've added
You
went left. They said she went right. Tell the story right. If we're gonna go.
Literally. Oh my days.
Facts.
Yeah. What about you girls? What were you saying?
I personally don't really like it. I think like I understand that this whole thing is expected, but I feel like there's certain things where it's like, if I'm talking to you because I need advice from you as my friend, and if it's like sensitive, I expect you to like keep that to yourself. Right. But I understand that that isn't like, not even just with partners. Like, I even understand with friends that sometimes you're like, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When the person's told you not to say something. So like, I get that, but I just feel like there's some things that we can use our judgment. Like, like Sharon probably wouldn't want anyone to know this. Like, she's come to me because she really needs advice in this area, and it's not a topic for like gossip. And,
it's not just.
There's gossip, there's gist, and then there's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My friend's going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's
different.
That's a given.
Okay, exactly.
Surely
If that's a given, then the other one, it is what it is.
Hey, we listen, we don't judge.
We listen, we don't judge. But if I hear it, and I've heard it before outside, Omo, I don't take that stuff lightly.
No,
Exactly.
No, if it gets out, that's when it becomes like, oh, I'm coming to your house, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. We have to break down.
Yeah,
how this got
100%.
out.
You and your partner.
I remember that this happened with me like more than 10 years ago. Actually, maybe it was like about 10 years ago. So it was like university or whatever. And then I found my gist out from somebody else. But the person came to me like, I heard you've been doing this. Like, why were you doing this? Something. I was thinking to myself like, excuse me? So I'm like, oh, who did you hear it from? Then he tells me, I heard it from so-and-so's partner. And I was just like, I went to so-and-so. And I was just like, obviously completely wrong. Like, why did you do that? Like, disrespectful. And then just never told them anything again. So then they would find out other things about me, like when everybody else was finding out. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything because last time I told you something, I found out about it on the thing. Are you lady whistle down? Like, what the heck's going on?
There's quite a lot to break down there. You know, the guy that came up to you,
very mad.
come and talk to you about your own business.
But this is what,
it's scary.
Isn't it? Because I was like, you've even gone to tell your babe, fine, but you've not even told your babe, don't tell anyone, because your babe has gone to go and spread the gist. The guy's even had the audacity to call my phone.
Yeah, insane.
Like,
that's insane.
I heard this about you.
Yeah.
Like, to an extent, there's two sides you can look at it. It's like, well, at least it got back to you, because you know when the ones that don't even get back to you.
Yeah, you don't even know where it's going.
But then it's like, you would want the right person to at least pull you up on it.
Yeah.
It's just like a random guy. Like,
yeah, that's so important,
didn't even
man.
deliver it nicely as well. I heard this about you.
Can you imagine?
I said,
What the heck?
Thank you for breaking the cycle, but don't break my cycle again.
Literally, what the hell? Crazy. But yeah, those are the questions that we want to ask you. So hopefully people got to know you a bit better from those.
Yeah, so Remi, obviously you have a very decorated career. Have you actually ever had a 9 to 5?
Yeah, you know.
Really?
Really?
I had an office job. Yeah, I wore dolly shoes once.
Hey!
Gotta forgive. Bearing in mind I'm size 11. Those shoes are hard to find. But yeah, I quickly snapped out of that one anyway because I realized I could be myself, so I just started going in a hoodie. But yeah,
That's so funny that you asked that because that was going to be linked to one of the questions I was going to ask.
Okay.
Maybe I just ask it now.
Yeah, go on.
Basically, I saw on TikTok like there was this whole discussion. Maybe you guys have seen it about who works harder: people that work 9 to 5s or people that are creatives. Now, I want to get everyone's opinion on it because obviously you've worked 9 to 5. And we still work 9 to 5, and we're also creatives. So I want to get you guys'
balance.
Balance.
Yeah, it's all about balance. I feel like I didn't work 9 to 5 and then balance. Like I did that with radio in terms of community radio, but I wasn't getting paid for that. So I, like that was just passion. That was a hobby coming out from that. I don't know who necessarily works harder. I feel like as a freelancer, as a creative, you're working paycheck to paycheck. Like in terms of like, if I don't leave this bed right now, I'm not getting paid. Whereas a 9 to 5, you're covered, you're protected by so many things. Pay. You're protected by annual leave. You can go away, have some fun. As a freelancer, when I switched from 9 to 5 to freelancing, I couldn't afford a holiday. First of all. 2, I couldn't like. If I was sick, I'm not getting paid. That's just considered you're not at work. So. It's just, there's a lot more risk. I wouldn't say it's working harder. Everybody's working hard. But there's a lot more risk that comes with freelance. That's why when people are about to go freelance, the way they make an announcement, they're like, just an FYI, I'm looking for work.
So
I'm a freelancer.
literally. You have to announce. So,
minus the free. I need money.
I'm a lancer.
What the heck?
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not a case of harder. It's more a case of like more at risk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I like that. I like the
that's
answer.
What do you guys think?
I think that when it comes to being a creative, there's some sort of like grinding that you have to do in order to be visible. And I feel like if you're creative, majority of the time, success is down to visibility, especially with us, like what we do. And there's always this sort of like grind. Like you said, you were on community radio. Like there's always some sort of, I have to do this. When really 9 to 5, not saying that there's no grind or anything, but like you go to uni, you finish, you now find a 9 to 5, then you work your way up. But I feel like in order to kind of make it in the creative, there's some sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, like you're grinding, you're not getting paid, you're not doing this, the people will say, I had to sleep under the bridge before I got to this. Do you understand what I mean? Like, there's always some sort of like, success story. Like, come up story, like, I was couch hopping and then I went here, then I had to sleep on somebody's thing.
You know what it is about Americans and actors and they're always sleeping on someone's couch.
I'm sorry, but
I packed up my whole life into my
and they live in their car, they do this. Like, there's always that sort of story. When you talk to someone that has a 9 to 5, they're I went to uni and then, just fell into an internship and then, went to this and then went on to that. You never actually hear of, I was, for 5 years, I was on the brink of, losing my mind and then, do you get what I mean? But when it's like a 9 to 5, it's kind of like things are already in place. Whereas with creative, like you kind of make your own, you make your own lane, if that makes sense.
But there is a lot of hustle in the creative like industry, and there's gonna be a chunk of it where you are working for free, not even by choice, as in like I have to in order to get the experience, to be able to flex for my next job, which potentially could be paid.
Exactly.
You're just flexing to flex. It's do you get what I mean? And then hopefully your work starts speaking for itself, and then you start getting getting paid. The 9 to 5 though,
it's serious.
It's serious. Balancing the create. I have big respect to you lot because
Thank you.
Yeah, it's hard, but
they're still sitting there looking guilty, and that's
whatever.
I think we're the hard workers because we're balancing both. How about that?
I was going to say that I really like how you described it, like I feel like I find it hard to compare the two. Like genuinely, I feel like 9 to 5s, depending on what you're working on, can be so tough. Like, and especially where, I don't know how to explain it, like, and I know you do feel this in the creative space, but like you said, the creative space, you kind of make your own path, and it's kind of down to you. Whereas and again, don't get it twisted. We know that like it's not just easy in terms of like, oh, your talent now means that you're gonna make it. But there's something about the 9-to-5 culture that when it's toxic, it's bad. Like it's really, really bad. So like I don't want to undermine both of them, but I do appreciate the fact that you said that. I do think there is a greater risk with creatives. Like even the fact that, like you said, if you don't get up that day and do what you need to do, like you're done. And not even just that, but it's more like in a 9-to-5, like you said, you have protection of sick pay. You know, on this day I'm getting this amount and I can plan my life. Whereas, okay, fine, you've had a good month this year. That next good month might come in a year's time. So then you need to like be very strategic basically with like how you manage your money. And a lot of people, I can see that being something that a lot of people can get wrong. But yeah, I feel like it's hard though. I feel like both are actually very, very difficult. Yeah. Like
9-to-5 is there's so many things that come with it. Like I said, I know we laughed about the dolly shoes and that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like when you go into somewhere where you actually don't feel like you can be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, some people are walking in there and they don't even recognize this version of them.
100%.
It's automatic. As soon as they get to the door, shoulders up.
Yeah.
You're right. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just it's automatic.
Yeah.
Whereas in the creative industry, I think that there's a like, thankfully, there's a cushion where being yourself can get you.
That's what pays the bills.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have so much creative control to mold yourself into whatever you want. If it's you, great. But there's more opportunity for you to mold yourself into who you want to be for the rest of your life or for a certain era of your life. Whereas at work, you have to be a certain person.
Yeah.
There's not much room to
wiggle around.
You know what I mean? You have to stay. You have to fit a mold. HR guidelines.
Yeah, it's even true. Within that HR guidelines.
So it's two different worlds, man. It's two different worlds. Both hard. Both very hard.
What do you think?
It's difficult to compare because I think it really just depends on what you're doing as your 9-to-5 and whether it is actually even 9-to-5. Because I don't work a 9-to-5 chair. Like I work around the clock with my corporate job, and what you do creatively as well. Like I think like. To your point, like it's not necessarily just if you're talented that you will succeed. But there are some people that it is that for them. Do you know what I mean? They kind of just fell into it and like they've just been super lucky. Not to say that they don't work hard, obviously, but maybe they were like at the right place at the right time sort of thing. I think with like a 9-to-5, it's difficult for the reasons that you mentioned, especially being a black person. Like a lot of the time you do have to change yourself and conform, which that alone requires so much brain power. And then also it's like, how do I explain it? It's like you have this list of like things that you need to achieve all the time. Like it's like in order to progress, so the goal for this month is we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to do that. And like then also what you're saying in terms of like the people that you work with, like if you're in a toxic environment, like the job I had before this one, like I just didn't really enjoy it like at all. And like the way my life has now improved in this job that I'm in today is like dramatic. Like I even lost weight, like not even with trying, but like the amount of like weight that you will harbor like just from being stressed. Do you know what I mean? Like that lack of sleep, like just so many different things. I think there is there's a part of like a 9-to-5 where like if you get it wrong and you're in the wrong place, like it can definitely be harder than
100.
Being a creative. But at the same time, that creative lifestyle, it is not easy at all. To your point as well, not even just whether or not am I going to get paid. You can have a good month and people don't pay you the invoice.
Yeah.
The heck?
Hey.
Just because they told you that they're going to pay, just because they told you they're going to pay you doesn't mean that they're going to pay you.
You tell them due in 14 days. On the 15th day.
You haven't had anything.
They're like, bro, we ain't even processed it. You know?
Literally.
Like,
literally.
You can have a good month and the money still can just not be in your account.
Yeah.
Bro, there's stuff that we're still waiting for. Till now. What year are we on now? Anyway.
And then another thing as well with like being a creative is like, you know how we were joking the other, like just a moment ago about the whole cancel culture thing. Bro, say one thing wrong. Maybe you didn't even say it wrong. Maybe it was clips wrong.
Hey.
That's your career.
People don't want context anymore. They don't.
Yeah.
Nah,
They don't.
Yeah,
give
they're
a
ready
heck.
for
They're ready for anything.
They don't
Yeah.
give a heck.
They're, with their pitchforks, they're ready, and their lanterns, they're like, I'm
I'm getting it.
Get her!
Get her!
Facts.
Hey.
So I feel like that part is difficult too, because you're
Yeah.
like, sometimes you feel a little bit like you're walking on eggshells, like, chair. Anyway, I don't even know which one's harder. I think it honestly just depends.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that it's like a debate. Like, it's just kind of like, can everyone just do what they want to do?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a debate. Do you know what it is? I think I feel like a lot of creators have the best of both worlds, because a lot of them were working a 9-to-5 before and then went into the creative space. But I think some people that have just done 9-to-5 just will be seeing, get ready with me as I go through the thing. That's all they'll see, and then they'll be like, what is it? You're just like putting out tripod and saying, get ready with me, and combing your hair.
Oh yeah, I'm traveling for work. Meanwhile, they're going to DLT Malta. Things that people have paid for to be there. That is their free time. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like, I feel like a lot of people will be like, I don't understand how you can call this work when it's like, I'm coming off work to enjoy myself at this event that you are going to for free. Like, so I think that's what like a lot of people
Don't.
like.
They don't understand.
see
They don't see
You
the
need to up the get readies with me.
Yeah.
People will see my knicker off.
Yeah.
You will see it.
Yeah, trust.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's
when
not
the
easy.
wig is lopsided like this, you know what I mean? Kai.
Yeah, or like 9-to-5. Yeah, you have like your review, like your 1-to-1 with your manager.
Yeah.
When you're doing creative, you're doing 1-to-1 with everybody that's commenting.
audience.
Your audience. That's the 1-to-1.
That's the 1-to-1.
Hey, they're gonna tell you. They ain't even gonna be nice about it. They'll be like, I didn't like the dress that you were wearing the other day.
But then the thing is, your 9-to-5 can't even tell you that I didn't like your dress. Just take them to HR.
Yeah.
The internet. Who are you taking them to?
Yeah, legit.
To God.
Who are you taking them to? Report tab. And the report tab doesn't even work sometimes. You know what I mean?
It doesn't work. It never works.
Never. It never
works. It never works.
Funny. Interesting question though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask as well. Obviously, with the whole 9-to-5 thing, and then you getting into radio and stuff like that. Like, what did your parents think of this? Because with us, it's like, you just hear them shouting in the room. Oh, is that the work that you're doing podcasting? But like, obviously, we're Nigerian, and then there's this trajectory that they want you to be on, doctor, lawyer. They've now even said engineer. I don't know when that one came into the mix.
One, isn't it?
Yeah. So what did your parents think about your career?
So I went to uni and I did sociology and politics.
Oh, wow.
Joint honours. Yeah. I wanted to be a politician.
Really?
Yeah, I was
How you on the radio?
Ready to knock on them doors.
Hey.
Me. No, I still am, to be fair. I'm very much a community babe. Like,
I was gonna say you still kind of tap into that.
yeah, no, I think community is what's gonna save a lot of us, to be honest with you.
100%.
We all used to lean on each other. It was a case of we used to feed each other, look after each other.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to get into politics to kind of help that. And then I went and studied it, and I realised.
They sell me in life.
Sometimes it's better to not learn about things and just like it from the outside and just not dwell into it.
Yeah, when I actually studied it, I said, well, loophole galore.
Yeah.
You know
What were
I mean?
some of the things that like you studied that you were like, whoa?
I think it was American politics that can really shake all the tables. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think when I learned UK politics, I realised that I think there's just a lot of promises that were just not kept. You know what I mean? And I couldn't imagine myself saying we're gonna do this and then it doesn't happen. Like, especially as someone like myself who prides on being a woman of my word. Like, if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to have to lie to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not even on purpose. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You genuinely
are planning for that. Yeah.
I can imagine a lot of politicians, when they first started, they thought, I'm going to change the world. And then they've got in and there's bare holes that they have to jump through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just didn't want
You
to
can't
turn
just
into
click
that.
your fingers and
Yeah, you can't. Do you know what I mean? And you know what you're doing is good as well.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, why can't it just happen? But there's so much that goes into it. So anyway,
exactly.
I wanted to do politics, and then I went and did I worked for NCS. I don't know if you look.
Yeah.
So I worked with that. I worked with them for years. Like I did it when I was young, and then I grew with them. That was my first office job.
Okay.
Like where I was at a laptop. You know what I mean? And then fast forward now, I had a car accident, and that changed my whole life. Like in terms of like I had to defer a year at university, and I didn't graduate with my peers, so I felt bare lost, fam. So I sat at home and did my year again. I went back to uni, and you know, I just kind of went through. I had like different friends, and they were quite like, they were younger, like they were like 1 year, because So. And I just realized that generation was just like
different.
I want to do this. I want to do that. And I was just never. I wasn't like that. Do you get what I'm saying? And I was just like, I want to do radio. You know what I mean? Like,
Someone in the back.
I want to do radio. You know, on my shoulder, like. You know what I mean? But the truth is, I've always wanted to do radio from when I was young, but I just blocked it out. I just didn't. You know, you try once and you give up. Do you know what I mean? So that kind of refueled my. I was like, yo, go and do what you want to do.
Yeah, man.
And then. I remember telling my parents, I was like, okay, cool, this is what I want to do. And I fully had to give them I was like...
A plan, you have to present yourself.
I stood at the front of my living room. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to do radio. My dad's like, you're going to talk about politics. I was like, no. It's going to be music.
Music and games.
And nursery rhymes.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, so I kind of told them that. They were like, all right, cool. And then, you know, like, I've had quite a few A-listers in terms of like, when I was like 16, my name was Funky B. Like,
okay.
I used to love Funky B.
I love
I still do you very, but and then Remi Burgz started like sticking. Like that was just a name that got created by Instagram. Like it was my surname and then my favorite color. Yeah. And it was Remi Burgz.
Nice.
That's it. Nothing more to it, to be honest with you. And then my dad was like, oh, Rembog.
Why do they always do that?
It's too funny.
I said, but you know what? Because my dad actually wrote me in my 16th birthday card, he was like, happy birthday, Funky B.
I love that.
And my dad is like my pin, like he will, if something's stuck with him, I'm going down.
Yeah.
When he was like, okay, Rembog, my mom was like, Rembog. I say, my mom would be like, yeah, check her out. She's on the radio, Rembog. If they type in Rembog, they're not going to find it.
Oh my days.
You know what I mean?
Ari. B-U-G.
How did you spell the Bog?
I don't think that
BR.
And so that. They were on board, man. They were just like, so how are you going to make money? I said, I haven't figured that part out.
Yeah.
My dad was like, well, you figure out how to come and tell me that.
I love that.
They just supported ever since. They'll send the link when I was in the newspaper. They'll tell their friends.
Of course. I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love when like African parents or like, in our case, Nigerian parents are like really supportive of something that's not like of their children's dreams. Yeah.
Are you not taken aback? Like,
not really shocked, but it's more like I'm just appreciative that the support is there, because sometimes like you just see and you hear about like people not supporting, or like people's parents forcing them to study this and forcing them to go to this uni or that, no, you must go here. And then even in my case with my parents, they're quite they just allow me to do what I want to do. And then when I hear about like the stories that I've said, it just makes me feel like I don't want to be that type of parent. Like I want to support my kids in, let me not say in everything that they do. There's some things I will not condone.
We'll stand on business.
That one. But if they're doing something that's a little bit different, and I think because we've gone through it as well, like the trajectory of like not doing the most conventional ways of making money and having a career and stuff. I think I'll be able to support my child in that way because I went through it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like they're important conversations that need to be had, because really and truly, your parent forcing you one way is a fear response. There's something that they're scared of.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I think a lot of it is fear, like, because I remember when I was wanting to go to uni, and then I told my parents I wanted to study advertising and marketing, but I was like, maybe you should just do marketing, because advertising will just box you. I'm like, no, it's the two together. It's not just like, do you understand? But it's more of like, they don't want you to like limit yourself and like be like, be too niche, be too specific. They'll be like, oh, but what are you need a plan B, you need this, you need that. And I think that's just what they've been through and what they've seen in their life, and they've been like, no, this is how it's worked. This is what we've seen. The people that went to go and do music DJ, they're only doing 1 year birthday parties. They're not on the radio. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? You know them, because obviously you talk about community, and everybody would use the same. People. So you have that DJ that you just know. Okay, you call on Kubola, come and bring his deck and do the thing. That would be the one. But then obviously now they can see that you can be successful without doing, the conventional. And even my dad would be like, when his friends' kids are like, talk about going to university, but I'd be like, what? Let them do what they want to do.
Yeah,
don't go and send them to do medicine. They'll now get third class. You now be looking at them. They'll be looking at you. What's the next move? Yeah. So my dad will be like, listen, let them go and study what they want to do. And if they get first class, what's better? Them going and do what they're doing, getting first class, them going and do what you do and getting third.
Yeah, we put it like that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, obviously, working in radio, you've seen like Afrobeats kind of like taken off from like what it used to be and now becoming so mainstream. So did you ever envision it becoming this big?
This was the prayer. I'm not gonna lie. This was the prayer. Like I remember getting into radio.
Yeah.
And we had a playlist, right? Playlist. The music is decided for you.
Yes.
You just play what's in front of you, and you weave in and out of the songs talking.
Okay, wait, hold on. Sorry, let me just let's stop on that. Yeah. So you're saying the tracks for every single show is
no. So during daytime,
okay,
it's very, very highly. A music team has curated the playlist, right? And that's what they hide. They're professionals in doing that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know how to put what song is gonna come next.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. That's what majority of the situation is.
Okay.
Specialist shows.
Yes.
They pick their own music. So if somebody says I'm doing the rap show, they have been entrusted to go
choose.
into the streets,
Okay, cool.
ears to the ground.
Yeah.
Go and bring the best.
I hear that.
Go and bring the best and the best of that.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Okay, interesting.
Where were we before that?
Sorry, I interrupted.
I was saying in terms of Afrobeats.
Yeah, so you had
that was the prayer. So when I first started doing, because I remember at uni, like we used to have like 10-minute sets of Afrobeats, and it was what was it? Races in my room.
Come to my room. I'm Jay. Oh yeah, but you know Jack Sparrow. Hey, that's awesome. Make up
good money, no money.
Or what's the guy's name? Is it AOJ? Your number? Can I get your number? Can I get your number?
I want to call you.
That's true.
Yeah, shout out AOJ, man.
On rotation.
That was what Chris Brown jumped on that remix.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man.
I remember.
So, proper trendsetter that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many. We would just get like, and that would be like make up like 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was back to whatever. Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
So when I'm like back to like radio, like when I first started radio, I remember like sneaking on songs like from Afrobeat, where like I'd create a feature that would allow me to play Afrobeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my prayer and my dream was like one day Afrobeats is just gonna be on normal playlist. We wouldn't even have to pitch it. It's like, if you don't play it, you don't even look. You don't look current if you don't play. You know what I mean? And now it's there. Now you've got an official Afrobeats chart. You know what I'm saying? Headed by EK Eddie Caddy.
Come on.
Extra.
Love
my
that.
brother. But yeah, like to have a whole chart dedicated to that. Like that gives people something to aspire to having, you know what I mean?
100%.
And so, we've come a long way, man. We've come a long way. Like, we've got whole festivals dedicated to African music. Wow. Whether it's called Afromania, whether it's called Afro Nation. Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
I hear it. It's different.
It's amazing.
And it's given, I feel like it's given hope to other genres coming out of Africa as well.
Yeah,
that's true.
Amapiano is getting up there. I think it's even up there.
It's a world of its own. Beautiful scenes. Beautiful scenes.
Beautiful.
Cool. So should we move on to the dilemma?
Yes, let's do that.
Okie dokie. So we have a dilemma. as you probably know, we get a lot of dilemmas. on this show.
Nah, this is it's clearly a safe space. People are
They entrust us with
trust
too
you,
much.
man. They trust
Hey,
you.
serious.
Cool. Hi, ladies. Love the podcast. I'm really torn about my friendship I've had for 16 years. I'm 33. She's 36. A few years ago, she left a toxic marriage and I was there through it all. Her breakdowns, the rebuild, the hard days, etc. I never questioned being that person for her. But now it feels like I don't matter as much. She's always out posting pictures of this glamorous non-stop social life, parties, dinners, travels, etc. And while I'm genuinely happy for her that she's doing better, my life just looks a lot different. I'm married, I have a child, a full-time job, and a mother who drains a lot of my energy. I barely have time for myself, let alone everyone else I care about, but I try. Last week, I saw her twice. I was out for... We went out for a night out. Even though I was beyond tired, I stayed out past midnight thinking we had a lovely time. All night.
Midnight.
Hey.
After midnight, it's a dedication.
Hey, dedication.
It's not my own age.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a dedication.
Literally.
Then 2 days later, she messaged me saying that she felt I left early and was really hurt by that. And that I seemed to prioritize other people. She even compared it to how long I stayed out with another friend. I'm surprised.
Time what? What time watch out? Watch that one. Hey.
Well, last week,
Noted.
he stayed out with Judy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So 1 o'clock, actually.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
She singled me out, not the others who left around the same time, and that really stung. I told her I love her and that I'm doing my best, but I can't always stretch myself. I can't stretch myself any more thin. English.
Somebody has baby at home.
Exactly. Lizzo.
She didn't even acknowledge that. She said that she needs people who can actually prioritize her, or she'll need to rethink the friendship.
Wait, this is the same friend that when she went through.
So,
Okay, I'm just checking. It's not a different friend.
Yeah.
Different friend.
It sounds like a different character to me. Yeah.
yeah. Then she sent me a video about how good friends should be able to hear hard truths without getting upset.
Oh, no,
One of
you
them,
said
one of them Instagram videos. Yeah.
Hey.
Bruh.
That's so funny.
When they start having, that's their backup, that's their friend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally.
legit.
Literally.
Oh,
What
crazy.
the heck?
Which honestly just felt very manipulative. I ended up telling her I can't do this. I won't be guilt tripped for being exhausted or for living my life. I never question her choices or how she spends her time, and I don't want mine picked apart either. Now I'm wondering, is this even a friendship worth fighting for anymore? I'm already emotionally maxed out. Please help.
Please let her go.
Do you think so? 16 years of friendship.
Hey, time is not. Time is also a healer.
Yes. Hey, honestly,
Time
it
is also a
really is.
healer.
It really is. What
Yeah,
the
in
hell?
16 more years, you get over it.
Yeah, I think you would. I think you would.
I just think I don't know. Is the friend still? Obviously she had the 3 years of you backing her. Picking herself back up. Sure, she's still not going through it, because that sounds like somebody who's still going through it. She might still be going through it, because that is very, very raz.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Very raz.
Yeah.
To now be pocket watching.
Yeah,
Somebody
policing.
is. Yeah.
Policing. Oh, sorry.
That's true.
Sorry. How long are you going out tonight? Because the other day you were with me for 1 hour 42 minutes.
Yeah.
If it crosses that, I'm gonna start feeling offended. I'm gonna think you love her more than me.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like somebody who's still going through it.
Yeah, it does
I
actually.
actually agree with that. I don't know. I feel like it's difficult because, like, with some of these friendships, when people make a point to say how long they have been friends, I often think that is because, like, that's a friendship that they really care about. She didn't just say, like, this is my best friend, or this is like a friend that I care about. She's gone and told us, like, this is my best friend of 16 years. I'm 33, which means I'm not even going to do the maths on this show, but yeah, it's been
I ain't
like,
gonna help you, so.
like since she was 17, right? So, like, they've obviously been friends for so many years, like probably before they even got married, had children, like, do you know what I mean? Like childhood friends almost. So I do understand the attachment that you would feel and how hard it would be to, like, break that friendship.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I feel like all you can do is maybe have one last conversation with her, and then that is it. Like, if she's still not getting it, at that point, it's just like, it's beyond you now. Like, you can actually walk away from that friendship feeling like, I've done the best that I can. Like, I've been there for you when you were going through a really tough time. I've told you about how I feel, and, like, you're still not getting it. And then you can walk away, like, with your head held high. Do you get what I mean? But I just feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like maybe you should just try and do like all that you can, so at least that you can clear your own conscience.
I agree with that. Yeah. Try everything so you can sleep well at night.
Yeah,
You can have your legs in the air.
Yeah,
You know that, I gave it everything. I tried. I tried. And it sounds like she's in her own head.
Yeah.
She sounds like she's in her own head. Like, she's not taking into account anything. She hasn't taken into account that that's her mother, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's blind.
She hasn't taken into account that you have to put your child to sleep there.
Yeah.
Wake up early, school run. I don't even know how old the child is, but school run, all this stuff, like breastfeed, whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
And then you now still have to be a friend for other people. Hey, shout out the mothers worldwide.
Yeah, honestly. Shout out to them, honestly.
Nah, when my friends
Shout out
have
parents.
Nah, because when my friends have kids, I'm just like, if I text them and they don't respond in 3 days, I'm like, they have a youth, like,
It is, you know
I can't even get mad. I'm just like, they'll get to me at one point.
Yeah. Some of my friends take like days and sometimes weeks to respond. And I'm just like, you know what?
It's like that, boy.
Gets like that. Because
Literally.
me, if I had a child, I don't even know if I. You might
He's already off.
Yeah. I know that it takes a lot of willpower and stuff to have kids, and then to now be trying to balance being a mum, being a wife, then working, then having a social life, and then someone's gonna come and tell me that I was out for 1 hour 30 minutes. Like, why can't you be out for 1 hour 45? If you don't get off my line,
I hear it.
if you don't get off my line, and I think I agree with Remi. I think that woman, her friend, is still going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she's in that phase where it's like, oh, I'm out of my toxic relationship. I'm outside. You know when COVID stopped and everyone was like, I'm outside. Yeah, that's what she's on right now. But not everyone is in that space.
It could also be like maybe her home just feels super lonely.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to occupy yourself enough.
Yeah.
Because if you went swimming, you wouldn't be checking what time you're. Do you know what I mean? If you went to tennis.
Pick up some other hobbies.
To pick up something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very true. Very, very true.
What do you think, Beatrice?
No, I feel like you guys have said it spot on. Like, I think now you've explained it, she's definitely still going through it.
Still going through it,
Yeah. And then she just is seeking company. She's being selfish. And, you know, I feel like sometimes people go through selfish seasons.
Yeah.
But like, I think she should own that she's been like in her selfish season. Like, if she's like, okay, cool, like this is about me, like I need this time for myself, blah, 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 blah. If you can't cater to me, like I'm not gonna judge you for not being a friend and, you know, and catering to me and what I need. Cool, like I'll just see you when I can. I'll go outside with my friend and my people them. And then when I'm back to my normal self, we can pick up where we are. But like she has to acknowledge that herself, and clearly she's not in the space where she even understands what she's doing. So yeah, she needs to heal, child. Like she needs to do that. And I think you're right, in terms of the friends, she just needs to do, like the person that said this dilemma, she should just try one more time and just say, look, like this is your area that you're in. Go live it, go be free. Like I can't meet you right now, but like when I can, I'll be there. Like, just say those things that you can say. Do you know what I mean?
And also, it's not even your the friend. Like, I know there's pressure for you to try and save the day, and try and help them out. But honestly, you're not, and you've got so much on your plate as well. I honestly think suggesting therapy as well might be a situation.
100.
Because when you think about it as well, like this lady who wrote in, like she has dependables, as in like those people, those children or her child or I don't know how. Like they don't eat if the baby isn't there to feed them. Do you know what I mean? Like, or the husband or whatever. Like, whereas this is a whole grown woman. Like, obviously, I get that she's grieving and she's going through a tough time, which is so sad. But like, you can just be honest and be like, listen, I have done what I can do. Like, I can't actually do anymore. 12:30. That's late now. Is it not late?
It's late.
It's late.
It's late.
It is.
It's late.
It is indeed.
Anyway, hopefully we answered your dilemma.
For real.
Do you want to do your hot take?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do that. Cool.
Okay. So my hot take is basically around weddings.
Okay.
I honestly think that people should line up their groomsmen and their bridesmaids based on whether they can dance. I know there's friendship. I mean, no, that should be a high.
That should be a high criteria.
Hey, I'm not on anyone's string.
No. Really?
No, I'm not on anyone's.
Do you know that you can learn? You know that, right?
Mm.
You know. Usually,
27.
unless like this person is rich and has a quick turnover,
Yeah.
you have at least 9 months.
Yeah.
Before the wedding.
Yeah. There's a routine as well that will come up and.
And I feel like it should be something.
Okay, when you're saying that, okay, you can learn. Do you mean like learn to freestyle, or are we learning a set routine that I can go home and put my phone and watch what we've done in class and then?
Yeah, I feel like routine is like if you naturally have friends that can dance. If you don't, do you know what I mean? But there has
That's
to be
even a hot
effort.
take in itself. Sorry. I feel like that's even a hot take in itself, in the sense that please, let's just be keeping the routines for people that can dance.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so you can't remix my hot take. If that one is if that one, because I feel like the routine, obviously, if you can't dance, then it's like it just looks bad.
Yes,
so bad.
And I know we're here to celebrate love, but it just really looks bad. Like it bothers me. Like,
Yeah.
If I look at a wedding, imagine like you're on Bella Niger and everybody's just looking out of you know what I mean? And I'm just like, the effort was there.
Yeah.
But the delivery was the
execution
execution was executed. In fact,
Everybody's dead, oh.
And I feel
Everybody's
like
dead.
I genuinely feel weddings are meant to be a form of entertainment as well as love.
Yes.
Okay, love is the number one.
Yeah.
After that, it's entertainment.
You have to be entertained.
You have to
be entertained.
Everything's entertainment.
Yes,
You know
it
what I'm
is,
saying?
it
And I
is.
feel like we're all gathered in one room.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Some of us have taken off annual leave.
Yes.
We have flown to this destination.
Yeah,
Spend
yeah.
you give us a good show.
Yeah.
Spend how much on it's the ladies that went gilly.
Yeah.
You've made a show. Come on.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like the friends, that's why I say everybody just pick. I get it. Obviously, friendship, that's the main thing. That's what you pick for your bridesmaids and your groom. But also, there has to be an element of, can this person dance? If this person can't dance, they first of all, they shouldn't dance into the room.
Yes.
No.
They should.
Yes.
Don't force people to dance that can't dance.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did they get?
That's what I'm saying.
How they
But
come in.
everybody
Yeah, I
has
think
months
they
and
should
months before they make it to the dance floor.
Yeah.
So
What we should do is the people that can dance, they do their routine. Then there'll be a bit at the end where it's
When
like,
everyone comes in, hey, you jump in, hey.
everybody can jump.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you, now that you can't dance, you just sneak in somehow.
Literally.
I love that hot take.
Yeah,
I'm
I love
sorry,
it.
I
Let's
just feel
implement
like
that.
a lot of things are getting because then when I see that I'm like, now I don't even care about the love anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Because
just
now
a
I'm now worrying about why this person's leg is here and this person's leg is here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just feel like everyone, it should be taken into account.
Yeah, it's taken into consideration.
yeah.
I agree.
Facts.
I agree. I like that one.
Obviously, friendship first. You know what I mean?
I love
But
that.
dance
Extra caveat.
Yeah, no, because I don't want to take away from the importance. Of
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But, especially if you're going to have one of them weddings where if nobody's dancing, everybody's just looking cute.
Yeah.
Walking, cool. But if people are dancing and let's not lie, do you not want people to dance at your wedding?
Of course.
Do you want your friends to dance for your
Oh,
love?
I don't want bridesmaids.
in.
I don't
we
want bridesmaids.
Me
no.
neither. No bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the question?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're gonna have bridesmaids. Okay?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be them. You know what I mean? Do you not want them to dance properly?
I don't want a whole routine.
No, that's what I'm saying. The routine is only if they can dance.
Oh, right.
If not, there's a
want-
bare minimum of like level of dancing that should come with.
Yeah, you have to bring energy. Like I feel like if the group party, if the bridal party doesn't have energy, I don't understand how that energy translates to other people.
Do you know what frustrates me the most? When one is giving it their all,
Yeah.
and the other one's just like,
it has to match.
No,
You're either gonna
But I don't like over.
Get out of the way.
I don't like over dancing.
I will
No, but
dance.
listen, no, but listen, no.
I don't like over dancing.
Doesn't be over dancing though.
No, there's some people that
I know
is
what
like
she's talking about.
What,
like
the
it's
legs?
like it's just
The
too
legs?
much.
Yeah.
Like you know this one is like
Meow.
Yeah.
No, but do you not respect that they do all of that and still don't rip anything?
like there's some people like they're jumping. They're like their best set is like to the roof, and I'm like, hey.
Cool down.
Let's
Cool down.
Let's
Like
have some
For your love. This is what I'm saying. So
no, I get it, but I just feel like it's just like okay, let's bring it home and let's just rein it in.
Yeah.
Because it's getting too much. It's now becoming a circus. Like I understand like it's entertainment and stuff like that, but we're getting to a point where it's just getting too much. Like now it's now they're now battling each other.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Nah.
You know that
and then you know now, like these dancing in these bridal, it's now like 30 minutes of them coming in and dancing.
Yeah.
Like, do you know the ones where it's like they'll announce the people, like they'll be like, oh, Sharon and David. So Sharon and David will now come in and they'll have the next person, Beatrice and Daniel. When is
hate
that like 30 minutes just introducing the bridal party?
No, but that
I want that Sarah.
I'm sorry. But the food ain't ready, so somebody needs to dance. The food is never already on
That is for your job.
Everybody needs to know.
Hey.
I hear it. I hear it. That's so
Hey.
funny. No, that's a good
hot take.
Really
very, very good hot take. Okay, guys. So as you know already, every single week, you know that time, it's time for the song of the week. And if you guys don't know, we have a playlist that is available on Spotify. It's available on Apple Music, and it's also available on YouTube for people that don't want to pay for those platforms. And every single week we add.
There's a recession.
We understand. Every single week we add songs to this playlist, and you guys know we tend to have a theme associated with the playlist. Now, I'm always loving when we do this theme. I can't lie to you. It's one of my favorite themes, and the theme is basically anything to do with UK Afro swing, UK Afro beats, Afro something.
Afro.
Yeah, but just UK.
Afro fusion.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the theme this month. Remi, since you're our guest, you can add as many as you want. What are you going to add to the playlist this time?
So I have gone for the Afro swing.
Love that.
Side.
Love that.
Yeah.
We're gonna fill that one up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
We're gonna load it.
Yes, we are.
I went down a rabbit hole. I said, "Wow."
I was even trying to talk to you before, but I don't think you heard me.
Yeah. So there's headphones in these speakers in my glasses. So I was in another world. I was in another world. So let me just get the lists up.
Yeah,
all right.
love
Do you know what it is? I even started going on what era of the Afro swing? Was it the beginning or was it the beginning or towards the ending? And I even went into SoundCloud. That's how you know how. You know you're like.
Yes. There's some hidden gems in that line.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Serious.
Yeah,
Many
literally.
times. All right, so first entry.
Yes.
I feel like there was a group from South London called STP.
That sounds familiar.
Yep. STP, there was 4 of them, right? And it consisted of Timbo,
Yes.
Mitch. And yeah, I feel like they were my first introduction to Afro swing.
Yeah.
They were 4 African boys who were just swinging it around.
And living in the UK.
You know what I mean? And there's one song in particular. Well, we all know that Timbo had ringtone.
Yeah.
Really ain't my ringtone. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then there was 419.
Yes, 419.
One night I don't wanna love ya.
Yeah.
So that one. I would
Slim
add
girl
that
with
one.
the fine physique. Ooh la la, ooh la da.
All of that.
Hey.
So that was like my first introduction.
Yeah.
And then it kind of went to like Vianney.
Yes.
Yeah, you better recognize.
I added that.
Yeah, that was there.
That era.
Yes.
Did you not like Sneakbo and Malogo days?
Yes. Oh yeah. Malogo.
Yeah. So Sneakbo and Malogo had a song called "I Like You."
Yeah.
Baby, you're the end. That one.
Banger. Oh my God. Yes.
Then it kind of like there's an era that I also want to like acknowledge, which is like SK.
Okay, yes.
SK on the thing.
So Balaji, let's go there. Follow me by love and down. Follow me when you're down. Yeah. And then he had like, but then he's another one that kind of grew up in front of us.
Yeah.
And then he had Oshé.
Yeah.
Baby, don't stop all night long. Baby, go to me, don't night.
The way you look at me, girl. Oh, shit, Donnie. Oh, shit, yeah, Papa. Hey, boom, time. Hey, that's what I was actually about to add there. Don't go to him.
She said, boom, boom,
that's what I'm gonna add. No, don't go there.
Come on, to the left, to
Yeah,
the right, and then right, and then left, and then pose.
Hey, bangers. What the hell?
the UK. Nah, we've got some tunes.
We've had a journey. We've had a journey.
Had a journey.
Serious.
Literally.
So many. There's so many.
Literally.
I think. I'm not sure. I feel like this is like it's Afrobeats slash, but the whole of Mr. Easy's era.
Oh.
I can do your body like skin tight.
Yeah, I got it by your side. When I know you got. Yeah.
And that was getting weaved in and out.
Yeah.
Shout out Jules as well on the production.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
And then what else do we have? Well, I've got so many. Obviously, I'm trying to look at the journey here. Do you remember Tion Wayne?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Tion Wayne's like Afroswing era.
You did it. You did it.
You have to get deeper. You did it. Featuring Afrobeat.
Yeah.
They had like 3 songs.
Yes.
Don't stop, you know.
24/7 on the block, you know.
The girls love me, I'm popular. Hey, I don't stop hustler. Hey, what? That's
We don't talk much. We don't really do the talking.
Yeah. I never, I can't go broke. Wait, no.
Which one? I can't go. Oh, he's can't go broke.
Yeah, can't go broke.
Oh, how does that go?
Money.
I refuse to be broke about me. That's not even funny. I'm so hungry for the money.
Money.
I didn't chase some money.
Yeah.
Cheat code.
Yeah, literally. What the hell? Oh, I love that. I love that's a really good
some good songs there.
Yeah, literally.
Bitch was gone.
I was gonna add Mr. Silver actually because I saw he was there on DJ, AG online.
On TikTok.
Yeah, so I saw that Mr. Silver went on there and he played this song. This song, like, I can't explain to you the feeling. Like, there's some songs that I hear that, like, I think I'm even getting a bit emotional. I'm getting a bit emotional. I'm getting a bit emotional. And the things I hope you guys know this one. I don't even know it goes down. He goes down. He really, really goes down.
Yeah.
I don't know that song.
I say he goes down.
Yeah.
He really goes down. Hey! What?
What is that song? What emotion does that song bring?
Honestly, I don't even know how to explain it.
Does it take you back to a time?
Yes,
Yeah.
it just takes back to uni times. I just remember because he actually performed at my Afro. We had like an Afro fest thing, so he came and performed, and I just remember being in the back, oh my god, I love this guy, oh my god.
He was doing the circuit though. Miss Silver, uni.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
He made the round.
Literally. Yeah, so I was like, no, I have to add him to the playlist. So yeah, that's the song that I'm gonna add. I'll just add that one. What are you guys gonna add?
Didn't you want to add that other song?
Or Boom Boom Tar. I'll add Boom Boom Tar as well. Okay. So yeah, that's Mr. Silver featuring Qualms and Flavor.
Qualms and Flavor.
Hey, there's one song that other people don't know, which is Motive by them. I used to bang that song out. Hey, I'm going to add that there. I don't know if it's available on Spotify. I'll try and see.
Qualms and Flavor are also very early.
Yes, very early.
They are huge contributors to people accepting being African.
Yeah, 100%.
Very, very huge contributors.
I agree.
Shout out them, man.
Yeah, for
I'm going to add J.H. Holland's Amsterdam Kobola.
Amsterdam Kobola.
Chew it.
Hey, we're adding that one too. What?
Chew it. Everybody shake your shoulder. Hey, bang, bang, bang.
Hey.
Then Owner, Ade Josh.
Hey. Gold.
Yeah. Serious banger.
Hey.
Yeah.
What?
We had one with Osagi B, who passed away. Rest in peace. He had a song called "Butter My Bread." Baba God, don't butter my bread.
Oh my god, I know this song. I know this.
Yeah, nah, I want
we'll add that one too.
Yeah. Butter my bread.
Butter my bread.
Baba God, I feel like if it released now, it would go off.
Yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah. He's really talented.
We need a nostalgia event,
They had one last year.
Really?
NSG, didn't they have
NSG,
bring Afroswing back?
Bring Afroswing
back. Afroswing great again or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys Beatrice will know this one, but I don't know. Boriwale by Zizzy Bo.
Oh my
Zizzy Bo.
I remember him from like uni time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then didn't he sounded like Viva Hawaii or something. Yeah, I remember him.
Yes.
How's it go?
Oh my God.
Remember Viva Hawaii?
Yeah.
Wow.
To the beat, oh, I make it move so.
Yeah!
The dance that you're doing.
Oh yeah, bro, so yeah, he's a banger. He had bangers, man. Yeah, for real.
I'm really bad at like remembering how songs go. Like I just know the ones that are good. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be like, yeah, I know this song is good, but I can never remember how it goes. But yeah, I wanted to add NSG, this new song that I've been listening to from their Big Six album. The acronym is ALYBHB. And it stands for Act Like You've Been Here Before. When I tell you I have been banging that song out.
Banging.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey,
When you can't talk Afroswing and not mention NSG.
Yeah,
you
100%.
When it comes to melodies,
Hey.
sorry, NSG can run circles.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
There's 6 of them.
Yeah.
They all approach it in a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
One of my
true.
favorite NSG songs is Trust Issues and Untrust.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trust myself, I would
I would even
rub myself if I could. Can you imagine? I can even rub myself if I
can
could.
even rub
That's
myself.
when I said, yeah, we're going through it.
Yeah. Man. What the
What's the
hell?
one with Selfridges in it or Harrods or something?
I came through town. Sun is boring.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I might go
Harrods.
Harrods.
That
OT
one
Bob.
went off
Yeah.
at when we went to Wireless that year and they had like, you know, not the main stage. But
Oh,
they had,
Oh, like the
yeah.
Pepsi Max.
Yeah,
Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
hey,
Hey,
I was
shout out
getting
Pepsi.
Go
trampled
uni,
on.
sell drugs, got bags.
Oh,
fuck.
OT Bop.
Yeah.
Now I get it, because at the OT, I hit the M way.
Yeah.
Those
Serious.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Afroswings had eras though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was one point it peaked. Like it was like, yo, this is when it was the Kojo fun.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Young
The
Bane.
J
Young
Hus,
Bane.
Yeah.
Bane.
Hey.
Hey, young yo, fine wine.
Hey.
I think I added that last week. I
Yeah,
think.
that's a
Hey.
big track.
tune.
DiCaprio, low key.
One
Yeah,
Nation,
this
their
is-
whole run.
that was
Yeah, them
serious.
together. Yeah.
Unsigned.
Yeah.
Best life.
Literally.
Yeah, yo.
Yo.
That was-
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Oh.
Too
Enjoyed it.
funny.
Woo.
Too funny.
Okay.
Talent is too serious.
Yeah,
Let me
tell me
do
what you're gonna
mine.
add.
I have 5. So I'm gonna add Wretch 32 Tell Me.
Ooh.
That's when it peaked.
That is when it. Yeah.
I said,
Yeah. Wait. Is that how?
No, no.
Say again.
Up we go, wine for the back.
Hey, you gotta go. Wine for your back.
Hey,
African girl, wine for your back.
Hey, every girl, why
wine
did
if
you
you
cry?
can. Hey.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, that's serious one.
And then Be Young, Jumanji.
Hey, Be Young used to bang.
Young 079 me.
Hey, you better 079 me.
079 me. 079
Ring, ring, pundit, I'm
sorry.
free.
Yeah.
Pink,
Think on Ashanti.
So yeah, let's add Jumanji and 079 me.
Yeah.
And then also J Hus, Fisherman.
Oh,
Give me up out the minivan. You never see the way I came, looking like a fisherman. I can't stop, I'm a busy man. Putting fire for Ellerman.
Yeah, most
And then,
as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
we were when we went to Croatia.
Yeah, do what you like.
That's even how he sounds as well.
Do what you want, mate.
do what you want, mate. When you want to, how you want to do it.
We not trust nobody. Yeah, when we were in Croatia, we were doing karaoke. We went back. We went back. Went back. And then I'm gonna bring a bit of new school. You know me, I love this song. Ifosa and Darko. What? Hey. Girl, I know you're a freak.
I'ma put you
To sleep. By the end of the week, I'ma make that week. Girl, calling me a freak.
Hey, serious.
Yeah, me and Ifosa, we went to college. We went to college together.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, whilst
Right, a bad
whilst
boy,
whilst I was typing my assignment, he was singing.
he was
singing in the
singing.
corner.
Yeah.
I also want to
He
add.
knew his destiny.
Yeah, he did.
Honestly, he was
You did.
focusing on the important things.
Yes.
I want to also add 9 to 5 by Afosa because I absolutely.
Oh yeah, you like
Yeah,
that.
you know, some-
that.
9 to 5.
Got a new one that is coming. It's coming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks, yeah.
We sent it to our guys. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Always.
And then the last song is Kojo Funds and Ray Check.
Ooh.
Like
check.
I went to a wedding this weekend. Coach fans performed. Yeah.
Oh.
When I just say,
That's what I said.
Do you know what? I went to a wedding where he performed very many years ago, about 8 years ago, in North London. I felt very welcome.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a party.
do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what makes Coach Fund a genius?
Yeah.
He will romanticize like things that are illegal.
Yes.
Yeah.
My 9. When I swear to God, I did not know what that was about until maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this song check. Reject, grind that check, raise that check, light that check.
Yeah.
Roll the weed and then we smoke this and send you. Can lay up on my chest. Like,
Yeah.
like, how do you make something illegal sound so good?
And when you love it that much.
Anyway,
When I found out it was about, I could not.
Yeah.
I was hoodwinked and
Yeah.
bamboozled.
Yeah. Same.
I said it cannot be. Surely it cannot be.
Charlie Nancy.
Yeah, what?
Absolutely.
Kojo, yeah, you know what?
I love him. Like, I actually love him.
Horny
Sorry.
as well.
Hey.
that's what we talk about.
Yeah. We
The shoulder. You know when he danced? Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Would you like fries with that? How about the ride with that? Hey, Big Mac and some fries with that.
Big Mac and some fries.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How are you singing about these things and romanticizing it?
Literally.
Big Mac and some fries.
Fries.
Should we be eating that?
Yeah, literally. What the heck?
We shouldn't.
You know what?
We shouldn't.
Yay.
But yeah, those are the songs I wanted to add.
No, shout out UK Afroswing all the time.
Time.
Legend.
We haven't even
you lot want it
gotten
to
on
come
to
back?
like
100%.
100.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
No, I don't think you understand 100%.
Yeah.
We haven't even started talking about Gabs. Mel
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, for
For
nothing.
nothing.
Hey.
But that's, I didn't even put that as Afroswing. That's worldly music. Anyone can come into that. That's for the world. Do you know what I mean? But add it to the list anyway.
Yeah, it's
What?
true. Oh my days.
For nothing.
Hey.
I think we've added like
They
30 songs.
No, honestly, I love it. You guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. Get us know
you
as
have
well.
choices.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
you have a choice. But yeah, guys, if there's any other songs that you guys feel like we did not capture, there's some big ones we're missing out. Make sure you guys list those songs in the comments, and then maybe we will notice it and add it to the playlist later on. But anyway, Remi, thank you so much for coming through.
hope you had a good time.
Yeah,
I
man.
Much. I just want to give you your flowers.
Yes,
you are
girl.
definitely a staple when it comes to UK music, culture. Like when you think of like music and then people like putting music on and things like that, like your name is definitely
100%.
in the conversation. Like you even hosted Culture Clash, Red Bull Culture Clash the other day. First one in like 5 years. Like that's definitely
Big.
We just have to big you up every single time.
You're
And you
so talented.
Yeah.
So I hope you do also feel appreciated as well in the community, because like Tammy said, trailblazer, like
Yeah.
your name will transcend
that
Remi Burgz. Remi Burgz.
Funky beat.
I just want to say, honestly, though, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. I remember first meeting you guys. I met you guys individually.
Yeah.
But I was fanning.
Do you know what? I had this conversation today with my friend. I was like, I remember I bumped into you at DLT Malta last year in Casa Del Mar. And I was looking at you and I was like, oh, I want to tell her like I love her show. And I was like, I don't want to be weird. Because also there were a few people in between us. I had to climb. I said, like, yeah, let me just relax. And then you came up to me and I was like, oh my God, you know what?
Nah, you lot are absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
I pray that your mic is always on.
Amen.
I'm honored to be here. So
Thank you so much for coming through. Where can they find you?
I was going to say, for people who are living under a rock.
Yeah, where can they find you?
Remi Burgz, not Rembug. RemiBurgz.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes. Make sure you guys go and
Say
give
hi.
her a follow and say hi. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please, like we always say, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Give this video a thumbs up as well. And if you guys are listening on the social media listening on the audio platforms, make sure you guys follow us as well on there. We're on the road to 100k, so hopefully we can hit that very soon. And yeah, of course, we will see you next week. Bye.